Reliability means everything in 2024. Today, we're opening the hood and looking at the 10 most reliable V6 engines overbuilt. These engines have been overshadowed by screaming V8s and big ol' V12s, but the truth is, V6 are the engines we see in most vehicles, and with tighter emission standards, we don't see that changing anytime soon. V6s give off great power while also achieving higher fuel efficiency than the traditional V8s or V12s. It's also more affordable to produce these engines, which makes Dave Ramsey fans go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for these. Today, there are loads of modern V6 engines to choose from, but some are money pits as they will bankrupt you with maintenance and repair bills. To save you and your pocketbook from generational doom, let us reveal the 10 most reliable V6 engines ever made. Number 10. Mitsubishi 3.5-liter. The 3.5-liter 6G74 engine is a member of the Cyclone V6 family, arguably the most reliable six-cylinder engine from Mitsubishi. The Japanese automaker produced the Cyclone V6 family from 1986 to 2021 and stuffed them under the hoods of dependable models like the Montero, L200, and a certain homologation special that everyone forgot about, the Pajero Evolution. The gearheads loved these bad boys, as you could go from Japan to Europe without breaking a sweat. Perhaps the most popular Mitsubishi vehicle to use the 6G74 engine in the American market is the Montero Sport. KBB users gave the 2002 Montero Sport a 4.8 out of 5 reliability rating. Not to mention, the 2004 Montero Sport has 0 engine-related NHTSA recalls, even 20 years after it was released. This is incredible. This is the type of car our father's generation tells us about. You buy it and never have to worry about needing a new one. Nowadays, we see people needing to get a new car every 7 years, usually right around the time they pay it off. Oh, you gotta love the irony. Number 9. Ford 3.5-liter EcoBoost. When you think of Ford, haters will tell you, Ford stands for found on road dead. Well, that may be one case for some other models and engines, but this Ford 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 engine has been a workhorse. It came to life in 2007 under the Twin Force moniker. Since then, it has proved to be among the best and most highly reliable V6 power plants. While the first generation Twin Force was a stout and reliable engine, the second generation EcoBoost complemented it by adding extra power, torque, and other upgrades. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 engine produces 660 horsepower and 550 pound-feet of torque in its most powerful application. Yes, we're talking about the bad boy Ford GT. That's beating even some of Ford's best big block crate engines. Ford also uses it on the 2018 to 2022 Ford Expedition and Lincoln Navigator, the full-size SUVs that usually go over 200,000 miles. Even in its first year under the F-150's hood, the 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 engine has already proven to be a durable power plant. And guess what? Out of the 6 NHTSA recalls for the 2011 F-150 during the past 13 years, none were related to the engine. Number 8. Mercedes-Benz 3.5-liter M276 DE35. Introduced in late 2010, Mercedes-Benz's M276 V6 engine has powered several modern models, including many a driver's dream car, the Mercedes-Benz SLK. If you have kids, maybe this won't be your dream car until they're old enough to get their own wheels. But what makes this engine roar with reliability attached to it? The naturally aspirated DE35 M276 utilized a high-pressure fuel system and direct injection, modern technologies that improved the engine's performance, emissions, and fuel efficiency. Depending on the application, the engine produces between 248 to 302 horsepower and up to 273 pound-feet of torque, which is impressive for a naturally aspirated engine. In other words, it's a stout motor that doesn't suffer from major problems or design problems. It also avoided major mass issues related to direct injection engines. For example, the 2011 C-Class received a 4.7 out of 5 reliability score from KBB users. There's also been 0 recalls on it to date, which shows its capability to last and operate correctly. Number 7. Nissan 3.8-liter VR38 DETT. Nissan needed something special to succeed the bulletproof RB26 DETT inline-6 engine after discontinuing the iconic Skyline GTR R34 in 2002. The answer came in the 2007 VR38, shoehorned under the hood of the R35 GTR. This 3.8-liter motor is the brainchild of 5 specially trained mechanics, popularly known as Takumi Master Craftsmen. The handcrafted power plant is one of the best V6 engines known for reliability, power, performance, and tuning. In stock form, the rock-solid engine produces between 480 and 710 horsepower, but tuners have found ways to squeeze over 1,000 horsepower from it. The Nissan GT-R arrived in the US in 2009, and it's a reliable supercar if you can forgive some of its transmission issues. Someone looking to get the most possible speed for the lowest possible price, it's pretty difficult to beat this sports car. Even after 15 years, it still has no engine-related NHTSA recalls. Number 6. Acura C30A C32B. The 90s. Man, wasn't that a decade worth living in? Not only were sitcoms great and music spectacular, but it was also the golden era of Japanese sports cars. But one of the biggest news around that time was the introduction of the Acura NSX in 1990. Unlike other supercars of the time, the NSX was affordable, practical, and incredibly reliable, thanks to the 3-liter C30A V6 engine lurking under its hood. The production story of the NSX is thrillingly remarkable. The design ethos was clear. Its sports car needed to provide performance and speed, but to get the most out of it, the driver had to be skillful behind the wheel. As such, the NSX was the first car to have an all-aluminum monocoque chassis. This led to the sports car having a curb weight of only 3,020 pounds. It was lightweight, which helped fuel efficiency, handling, and performance. Speaking of performance, the C30A produced up to 272 horsepower and 210 pound-feet of torque. But performance upgrades in 1997 saw power increase to 290 horsepower in the bigger displacement 3.2-liter C32B V6 engine. The perfectly honed V6 engine proved to be one of the best V6 engines, earning the Acura NSX its legendary status in the automotive industry. This car still turns heads whenever Carheads rolls this bad boy out to a car show. Number 5. Toyota 3-liter 1MZ FE. I think it's safe to say the Japanese know how to make an engine. In 1993 through 2007, Toyota installed the 1MZ FE engine in dependable models like the Highlander, Avalon, Camry, and some Lexus models. Producing between 194 and 242 horsepower, this V6 proved to be not only reliable, but also an excellent tuning block. The 1MZ FE is a popular engine swap today for the Toyota MR2, one of the last affordable Japanese sports cars. Some engine-swapped examples are capable of about 700 horsepower with aftermarket mods. On top of that, it is one of the smoothest Toyota engines, with a flat torque band that suits freeway cruisers or daily commuters. This incredible engine can reach over 300,000 miles when properly maintained. It's important to note that frequent hard driving can cause many engine problems to surface, be they factory defects or user-induced. With this in mind, perhaps no other Toyota model that used the 1MZ FE V6 engine was habitually driven more fervently than the MR2. Despite this sports car's nature, the 2005 Toyota MR2 still has no engine-related NHTSA recalls to this day. If that doesn't knock your socks off, wait until you hear this. The 2005 Toyota MR2 also received a near-perfect 4.9 out of 5 reliability rating from KBB users. Number 4. Nissan 3.5-liter VQ35DE. The Nissan is back! The VQ35DE is one of Nissan's best and most popular engines, having powered iconic cars like the Pathfinder, 350Z, Altima, Maxima, and G35 between 2001 and 2023. Part of the reasons why the VQ35DE has been Nissan's designated workhorse for over 2 decades is due to its incredible reliability, efficiency, and performance. Producing between 228 to 300 horsepower and 246 to 274 pound-feet of torque, the VQ35DE V6 is also one of the best tuner-friendly Japanese engines with excellent aftermarket support. The long-lasting engine can easily clock over 200,000 miles with no major issues. As far as reliability goes, the Altima is one of the most ubiquitous Nissans to use the VQ35DE V6 engine. For the 2011 model year, Consumer Reports gave the engine reliability category a 4 out of 5 rating, though the model received an overall average reliability. Number 3. Honda 3.5-liter J35. Almost 200,000 miles and still going strong is the common title you will see on a review of this vehicle with this engine under the hood. Honda's J-Series V6 engine, particularly the J35, powers some of the best six-cylinder Japanese vehicles. Through several iterations, the J35 has helped the evolution of the Honda Accord, Ridgeline, Pilot, and Odyssey over the past decades. Introduced in 1998, the 3.5-liter J35 gasoline engine produced between 205 to 310 horsepower and 229 to 275 pound-feet of torque. It underwent several updates in subsequent years, offering a solid all-around balance of fuel efficiency, power, and reliability. It proved to be one of the most dependable V6 engines throughout its 25-year production run. With proper maintenance, it's not uncommon for J35 V6-powered cars to go past 200,000 miles without major reliability issues, which that's gotta be a huge victory for the reputation of Honda. Number 2. General Motors Buick 3.8-liter 3800. It's no wonder Shaq is sponsored by Buick. Big players like big engines. General Motors 3800 V6 is one of the best yet underrated six-cylinder engines of all time. Kinda like Shaq is the best center of all time. Calm down, Kareem fans. While 8-cylinders like Chrysler's Hemis or Chevy's small blocks are often considered America's greatest car engines, many forget about Buick's revered V6. Although less exciting in performance, it set new standards regarding reliability, ease of maintenance, and fuel efficiency. GM used the engine in Buick Regal, Pontiac Firebird, Grand Prix, Chevrolet Camaro, and Impala between 1988 and 2008. However, the 1995 3800 Series 2 was arguably the best and most popular iteration, producing an incredible 205 horsepower, while the supercharged edition upped the ante to 240 horsepower. Thanks to beefy internals, the 3800 Series 2 V6 engine still makes a reliable and trouble-free engine today, racking over 200,000 miles under routine maintenance. Toyota 4-liter 1GR 2GR FE. Number 1 on the list is an engine notorious for lasting over 250,000 miles. Dave Ramsey would love to tell his listeners to get something like this. Toyota launched the 4-liter 1GR FE V6 engine in 2002, replacing the MZ V6 engine. It powers some of Toyota's most reliable vehicles to buy used, including the 4Runner, Land Cruiser, Hilux, Fortuner, FJ Cruiser, Tundra, and some Lexus models. Today, many Toyota fans swear by the 4-liter V6 engine thanks to its rock-solid reliability and a lifespan of over 250,000 miles under proper maintenance. The 5th-generation Toyota 4Runner, which used the 4.0-liter 1GR FE V6 engine from 2009 until 2024, is an ongoing testament to this 6-cylinder power plant's reliability. Let us know your experience in the comments. Have you owned any of these vehicles or dabbled with any of these motors? Do they hold up well? How many miles were on your vehicle? Before you go, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Check out some of our other videos and make wise choices when it comes to purchasing your next vehicle. Cheers!